Hi everybody, it's Red Boo here, and basically this video is going to be a story time or review, I guess, of my Vamps VIP and Wild Pit experience, because yesterday, if some of you aren't a Vamps fan or as mad as me, then you won't know that the Vamps had their opening night of their latest arena tour, which was for the Night and Day album, which is the newest album. And I was lucky enough to go to the opening night, and I got to meet them, and I was very close to the front. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you all about my amazing experience because it was incredible and I loved it so much. But I just want to start by saying this video is in no way am I bragging. Like, I just wanted to tell you what happened and how I felt during the day, and yeah, just enjoy. And if you haven't already, please check out my vlog, because I did upload a vlog a few hours ago, and yeah, it's got a lot of concert footage. It's mainly New Hope Club and the Vamps, just because I don't really know, and Maggie Minderman, because I don't really know Harvey or Jacob, so I didn't really film them. But I will be going to Manchester as well, so I'll film them. So yeah, so I'm going to start off by saying like a timetable of events, and some are going to be in more description than others, but yeah. So I woke up at 8 AM in the morning, which is unlike me because I hate getting up early, but I don't mind for events. And yeah, I didn't get much sleep the night before just because I was so excited but also nervous about meeting the Vamps, and I always get nervous just before I meet them as well. So yeah, so I got up, went downstairs and had my breakfast, had a lot to drink because I needed it and yeah, I did wake up feeling a bit sick, so I just needed food and a drink straight away. And then after that I went upstairs and got dressed, but I didn't get dressed into my concert outfit yet because at 9 AM I went to the hairdressers, if you can't tell, because I got my hair dyed like a darkish red, but I have had it dyed before, but it's not been as vibrant as this. And I got it professionally curled by the hairdresser, and I loved it because I love going to the hairdressers. And yeah, and I wanted to do it for myself, but also to look nice to the boys, because obviously they make the effort, so I thought I need to make the effort as well. So I did that, and I finished around 11, and then I went into the town centre where I live, and I got money out for merch, for food, anything that I was going to spend money on. And then I came home and I got my makeup on, because as I was going to the hairdressers I didn't really see much point because I was having my hair washed, so there's not much point like putting makeup on then. So I put it on, and then I got dressed into my concert outfit because as I was having my hair dyed I didn't want any of the dye to get in my clothes because then they'd be ruined. So I just came home and got my outfit on, and then we left at 5 to 12. And we got to the place where I was meeting my friend Kirsten, who some of you may know if you've seen any of my other videos. And I met up with her and we went to Five Guys for food, and this was like 2 o'clock. because you weren't actually allowed into the arena area till 3 o'clock, and our VIP check-in was at 3:45 till 4:30. So we did that. We had the food, I had a burger and a drink, and then I went to the toilet because it would be ages till we could actually go in to get to the toilet. So I thought I may as well go now because it'll be my last chance before I meet them. So I went to the toilet, and then we left Five Guys at about 2:15, and we started walking over to the arena area, and we actually sort of went into the arena area but not like where we had to be. We sort of just sat down, chatted. She showed me the fan book that we'd be giving to the boys. I showed her the card I was giving to James for his birthday, and then we just sat, played Vamps songs, sang, and just enjoyed ourselves and enjoyed the company. And then we saw this security guard approach these group of girls, and we decided to go over and see what he was saying. And he basically said because there were so many people around, they were going to let us queue early for VIP. So we were all like running to the VIP line because we wanted to be near the front again. And so we queued up, and I was the 7th person in the queue for the Vamps VIP. And then we were in that queue for about an hour and 15 minutes because we queued up at 2:30. So we queued up and waited. And then I messaged Laura because I was going to be swapping my Wild Pit ticket for the other side, because when I booked the tickets I wanted Wild Pit right, but on AXS they didn't give me the option, so I had to get left. But I saw that she tweeted saying, I'm in Wild Pit left, my 2 friends are wanting Wild Pit left to be with me, does anyone want to swap 2 Wild Pit right tickets for 2 Wild Pit left ones? So I was like, yes, because that's Connor's side, but I'll just have to ask my friend. So I asked Kirsten and she agreed, like she wanted to be on Connor's side as well. So we swapped our tickets, so me and Kirsten were then Wild Pit right. So we got the tickets, and then check-in started at 3:45. It lasted about 45 minutes. So at check-in you had to show them the confirmation of like your VIP order with the order number, and then give your name and show ID with your name on. So I showed all of that, and then we were given the like merch that all VIPs are given, and I'm just going to show you now. So the first thing I was given was the Vamps VIP lanyard, if you can just see there, and it is better than it was last year, because last year it was just like laminated, like that's a full-on lanyard. And then we got given the VIP wristband, which is that, yeah. And then these are really cool. We were given hand-signed photos of each Vamps member. So that's Brad. That's Connor. Fave. That's James. And then we got this of Tristan. So after we were given all of these, they led us, we had to go through this door, and there was a curtain, just a black curtain, normal black curtain. And when we walked in, I started hearing noises, and if you know, I had VIP last year and we did get to hear some sound check. But because we were so close to the stage, we could full on hear the sound check. Like last year we couldn't really hear it, but we did hear some of it. But this year we actually heard them singing, talking, and it was so weird but also incredible. Like, they sound checked Personal with Maggie, and then I think when I walked in, they were just finishing off Personal, and then they'd started doing Pretty Girl. And I love the song Pretty Girl, so I was like dancing away, singing. The security woman was laughing at us all because we were all just having a blast. And then I think after that they did Hair Too Long, and that is the next single, and oh my god, just hearing it in soundcheck, or not like being actually at the stage for soundcheck, but hearing it for the very first time was incredible. And we were all just rocking out and dancing. And then they did the Girls on TV acoustic version that James and Connor did, that they put up on Twitter for the poll. Girls on TV won, so that was the one they were sound checking. And we were all just having a little sing along to that. And they did that one quite a while because obviously they want it to be perfect because it's quite a cute moment between them two. So I really liked that. And then at around sorry, I'll just have a drink because my throat is still aching. But yeah, so after this we were led up some stairs, and no, we were led into the arena because New Hope Club VIPs were let in and they were sound checking. So they led us through the arena where the stage was. We saw the stage and it looked incredible. And then they took us up these stairs and they took us to the merch area, and I was thinking, why are they taking us to the merch area? Surely we should be going to meet the Vamps first, not getting merch. But they took us round, and that's when I saw the Vamps backdrop. And oh my god, as soon as you see that backdrop, it does start to get really real. And I was like, oh my god, in a few minutes I'll be meeting the Vamps again. And I was just so excited but nervous and like adrenaline, but I was mainly excited to see them because I hadn't seen them since July. I'd missed them so much. So it was really nice to see them. And then they started bringing out these tables for us all to put bags on, and then this woman was coming down the queue going, does anyone have any presents or cards or anything that they want to give to the boys? So we all gave in our stuff to this woman, and she said she would take it to the boys and they would receive it, and I believed her, so good. And then they were explaining to us how it was going to work, saying that the boys would come in, you'd go have your photo, get to hug them, and then after that get your bag and go over there and get merch, do whatever you want until doors open. So we waited around for about 10 minutes, which wasn't that long, and then they started playing Middle of the Night, and that's when I was like, oh my god, what the hell? And then I saw them start to open this door, and I was thinking, oh my god, any minute now they are going to walk through and I'm going to have a meltdown yet again. So the door opens and in walks Tristan, followed by Connor. And as soon as I saw Connor, I was like, oh my god, this is so weird but amazing at the same time. And then Brad walked in, and I just looked at him and I was like, oh my god, he's wearing his glasses. And that is when I freaked out. I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, this is not real. Because I just remember, like, when I found out he had to wear glasses, I was like, oh my god, what if he's wearing glasses when I meet him? Because obviously I have to wear glasses. So I was like, oh my god, what if he's wearing glasses, I'm stood next to him, and then it happened. And then James walked in, and they were all really nice and like smiling at us all and waving. And yeah, they were all lovely, as always, because they always are lovely. And then they walked around to the other side of a backdrop, and then that's when they started like making us do like a loop. And then they had this like sellotape line, and we all had to stand behind that until it was our turn to go. So we all got led in, and Kirsten, who's my friend, was in front of me, and the girl who was in front of her had just gone up, and then Kirsten just turned around to me and said, "Can you go first?" And I was like, I will if you want me to. And as soon as I said that, she, no word of a lie, she pushed me in front of her because she was too scared to go first. So obviously I was like, oh my god, because this girl was up and then I was stood behind the sellotape line just staring at them all like, in a few seconds that's gonna be me. And I was freaking out. I was like, shit, I don't know if I'm ready for this again. And I saw the girl walk off and I was like, right, this is it, I'm going. So, I'll just tell you the order. The order was James, Connor, Brad, and then Tristan at the end. So I walked up to James, and as always, he is lovely and he is so easy to talk to, like he's so calm, and I think that calming effect just gives off positivity on me. So we hugged, it was lovely, very nice, and he was like, oh hi, I was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, thank you. And then I walked up to Connor. Obviously Connor is my favourite, I love him, so I hugged him, and it was again the best hug in the world. Like, whenever you hug Connor, he just looks you dead in the eye and like brings you in, and it's not like a tight one, it's like a calming one. And he's so lovely and so sweet, and he's just an angel. I love him so much. So just to get to hug Connor again was incredible. And to just see him smile, and then to talk, even though it's like just hi, how are you, it's not like loads of people would be like wanting a conversation, but even though it's just like hi, how are you, it's still getting to talk to them. So I was like, oh, I'm good, thank you, Connor. And then I walked up to Brad, and I was thinking of going, oh Brad, I love your glasses or something, but I really couldn't say anything, so I just said like hi, and he was like, hi, how are you? I'm like, I'm good, Brad. And then we just hugged, and yeah, it was a good hug, very good. Like, Brad hugs, like he goes in for the hug and he hugs you, but because I'm a bit taller than him, I sort of had to bend down, and I felt so bad about having to bend down and like hug him, but I hugged him. And his hugs are like tight hugs, so like when he hugs you, like pulls you in and like sort of squeezes you a bit, but it's so nice. And then I walked up to Tristan. Now this might sound a bit bitchy, but it's not, I promise, because last year when I had VIP, all the other lads were like chatty, but Tristan was sort of like, I don't know, he was just a bit like not with it, I think. I don't know why, but maybe he was just tired, I don't know, but it was sort of like a one-armed hug, like not like a full-on one, and it wasn't really eye contact. But yesterday he was so happy. When I walked up to him, I've never seen anyone as happy as him. Like, he was smiling away. We were just chatting, and I know it's only a few seconds, but it felt like a lifetime. And he was just like, oh hi, how are you? Like really enthusiastic, and I love that about him. And I was like, oh hi Tristan, I'm good, how are you? And he was like, oh I'm good, thanks for asking. And then I stood in front of the boys again, like I did last year, and I was like, oh could we do a group hug please? And then I was sort of mainly looking at Brad when I said it, and I know I probably should have looked at them all, but he was like closest, so I was like, can we do a group hug? And he was like, yeah sure, that's fine. So we did it, and on one side I had Brad hugging me from one side, and then on the other it was Connor, and then I sort of had my arms around Brad and Connor, but I haven't seen the photo yet because it hasn't been sent to me, but all I remember was putting my arms around them and smiling like mad and just feeling so happy because I was next to my 4 favourite boys in the world and I love them, so I was so happy, and it did feel incredible. So yeah, that was good, and we just hugged so tight, and then I walked off and got my bag and just basically broke down. I didn't cry, but I was shaking, and I rang my friend and was like, I've just met them, it was amazing, and just telling her everything about it because I was so happy, even though it was more rushed than it was last year. Like, because last year I was sort of in the photo with my friend, like this year I was on my own, like it was just me and them. And I think that's why I felt so moved or overwhelmed, because like when you're with your friend you don't get that much attention, but when you're on your own it's like all the attention's on you, and that was scary but super cool at the same time. And I walked off, was shaking like mad. So I went to a toilet because I needed a wee so bad, and then I got some fries and a drink, and I met up with my friend Alicia and her mum and sister because I saw her and was like, I need to talk to her because we've never met, we spoke online before, but I want to talk to her. And then I met Caitlin, and she was very nice, and Caitlin's mum was very nice as well, and we were basically just talking because we were in Wild Pit right with them, so it was nice to get to know people. And then at 6 o'clock we all got into the queues because Wild Pit left and Wild Pit right had their own queues, and then they opened Wild Pit right door first, which was so mad because last year I remember when doors opened I ran down to get my perfect spot that I wanted, but this year like I was like, I don't want to run, I can't be bothered, I don't care if I'm like runway or barrier, I just want to have a good time. So I've just walked down, showed them the ticket, which is here, showed them the ticket, and then we were given this grey wristband, and then we walked into Wild Pit and we saw that all of the spots on the actual runway were taken, but we then saw that there was a second row, there was no one on that, so we went second row of runway, and it was so worth it. Even though my legs were aching a bit from all the standing in VIP, like I knew I wanted to stay there for the rest of the night and not move. Oh wait, I've just realised I didn't say what merch I got. Right, this was the programme. It's very nice, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I got this hoodie, and it says the Vamps Night and Day Arena Tour, and then on the sleeves it's got all of the tour dates on it, and then on the same, and then the concert started at 7:25. the first act were PM, who are a band who are basically from where I live, which was a bit mad, knowing that a band from my hometown were going to be supporting the Vamps. So they were incredible, like really good. And then at 7:38 Harvey came on. Now I'd seen performances that Harvey had done and I thought he sounded a bit bad in them, but live he surprised me by how good he was. And then it was New Hope Club at, what time were they on? I think they were on 7:50 till 8:15. Yeah. And their set was amazing. They're incredible. I loved their set. And I actually got interaction, which was nice. And it was nice to see Reese because he had just had his appendix out recently. So he had to miss a few of the New Hope Club Fan Fest shows. But he was back for the Vamps tour, which was good because I like Reese. I like them all, but yeah. And I got interaction from Blake. I can't remember what song it was, but he came over to the edge of the stage where I was and he sort of like looked down. I was waving and smiling and he smiled and waved back at me, which was nice. And then they did Tiger Feet, YOY. I've forgotten one of the other name of the other new song. And then they did Fixed. And then they came off at 8:15. And then Jacob Sartorius came on, and yeah, I don't really like him. I didn't think much to him at all. Like, I don't want to say this on camera just in case I get a lot of hate, but he was boring. Like, what was the point in his set? Like, New Hope Club should have had a longer set, or like Harvey or PM. But yeah, and he did throw water on us, which is basically a repeat of what happened last year with Blake and the water, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, and so basically got the water all over the stage before the Vamps came on. And then after he came off, there was a small interval, and then a music video came on the screen and it was Wake Up. So we're all like singing along to Wake Up and dancing. And then I was like, wait, it's 5 minutes past 9 now. No, 4 minutes past 9 now. The Vamps will be on in a minute. So I was like, oh my god, after this, the lights will probably go down and the Vamps will be on. And I was right. Because as soon as that stopped, I'm not joking, there was silence, complete silence, the lights were on, and then all of a sudden, the lights went off. And the intro started playing and I was like, oh my god. And the intro to this tour, if you were at the Sheffield show yesterday, you'll know what I mean, was so good. Like, it looked beautiful, I'm not joking, like it was the best intro. Because the one last year was a bit boring, but this one was so good, so much better. And yeah, and then I saw Tristan on his drum and he was bashing his drums away. And then I suddenly see 3 people rise up from underneath the stage, and it was James, Brad and Connor. And that's when I freak out. And the first song is probably one of my favourite Vamps songs, and it was Staying Up, and I thought that was the perfect introduction to tour because it's such a fun song and it's incredible live. I did think that the set was good, but it should have included a bit more than what it did. But I'm going to slightly go on to interactions because a lot happened because I was so close. Basically, in one interaction, well, the main one, was during Can We Dance? Well, basically Brad had spent half of his time down at Brad Pitt, and then he was coming back up, and it got to the bit where before oh he goes, now you. And as he did it, I said, now you back, like with him, and he pointed at me and my friend so we could sing oh, and I was like, what? And then like whenever James and Connor came over near us, they'd both look down and smile and wave and point, and that was very good. So that happened, and then that was it. And then towards the end of the concert, Brad was like high-fiving everyone, and he high-fived me, so I got a high-five off Brad, and I was very happy. And then I'm sort of going to do like my favourite performances, obviously Staying Up. I really liked their medley of Friends by Anne-Marie, New Rules by Dua Lipa, and Havana by Camila Cabello. But yeah. And then the drum solo wasn't as good as last year, but it was good, but it wasn't like the same level. But yeah, anyway. The Jonna moment with Girls on TV that I was talking about in Soundcheck was insane, because it was full on acoustic. But then the encore was insane with Same to You and All Night, and then that was it. It was over. The quickest an hour and a half of my life. But yeah. But in 20 days, I'm actually seeing them again in Manchester for the closing night. But that'll involve lots of pranks, lots of fun, lots of mayhem. And I'm also Brad Pitt for that, so another standing thing, and I will be vlogging. And I've also got New Hope Club VIP for that, so I'll be meeting them, watching them sound check, and also meeting Maggie. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out my vlog if you haven't already, because it was a lot of fun to film. But I didn't like film it all because I didn't want to just be watching it through my camera, like I wanted to live it. Like I did snippets of as many songs as I could. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on the bell for my notifications, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. This is Redhead Boo signing off. Bye!